R8 is the total lung capacity. In short form it is written as TLC. Total, it is telling you the name itself suggests that total lung capacity. We have studied about, we know that there is residual volume, there is IRV, there is ERV, there is tidal volume. There are so many terms we have studied now. There is vital capacity. Now this, if we total up all the lung capacities that we have studied, will give us the total lung capacity, or we can say that TLC is equal to VC plus RV. VC, vital capacity, already includes three things, that is tidal capacity, inspiratory reserve volume and expiratory reserve volume. TV plus IRV plus ERV is equal to VC, that is vital capacity. The vital capacity plus residual volume gives you the total lung capacity, or vital capacity is 3500 to 4500 ml and the residual volume is 1500 ml. So which gives you the result approximate is 5000 to 6000 ml. So on an average we write TLC as 5800 ml. This is the average, but actual it may range from 5 liters to 6 liters, 5000 ml to 6000 ml, but if we need to take a single value, we take an average, and that is 5800 ml. See, this is what I have already written here. VC already includes three things, tidal volume plus IRV plus ERV, and if we add plus residual volume, we will get the total lung capacity. So total lung capacity, or all the pulmonary air volumes or all the lung capacities are 25 to 30% less in females as compared to males. So all the lung capacities are 25 to 30% less in females. That's why the females comparatively get tired more quickly if they do any vigorous work. They get tired more quickly because they started to breathe so fast, because their lung capacity is comparatively 25 to 30% lesser than males. And all the lung capacities are higher in athletes. If we compare a normal man and an athlete, all the lung capacities would be higher in athlete. Yes, they work a lot. They gradually increase their lung capacities with their extreme hard work, extreme stamina that they put into. Then the ninth term is minute respiratory volume. Minute respiratory volume is what? It is tidal volume per cycle. Okay, and it is 12 times in a minute. That is, we breathe 12 times in a minute. That is, minute respiratory volume is basically 12 times in a minute, or we can say that this tidal volume per cycle. Minute respiratory volume is what? It is tidal volume per cycle, and we all know the tidal volume is how much? It is 500 ml. So we breathe 12 times in a minute, so that's why we are multiplying 12 into 500, so we get approximately 6000 ml, or we can say that 6 liter. Minute respiratory volume is 6 liters per minute, or 6000 ml per minute. Okay, so this is minute respiratory volume. The last one is alveolar ventilation. I have already told you that our tidal volume is 500 ml, and out of the 500 ml, only 350 ml reaches the alveoli, and rest 150 ml stays in the all our bronchial intercom, that is primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, bronchioles, and all those. In all those bronchial intercom, the 150 ml air is left out, and that air which is left out in the bronchial intercom is known as dead space volume. So out of that 500 ml that we breathe in a normal inspiration, 350 ml reaches the alveoli, and 150 ml stays in the, or remains as dead space volume. And again, the amount of air that has reached the alveoli, that is 350 ml, if we multiply it by 12, we get 4200 ml, that is ultimately in one breathing cycle 4200 ml of air is exchanged in the exchange of 4200 ml takes place in the alveoli. So this is what is our alveolar ventilation. How much is our alveolar ventilation? It is 4200 ml. Alveolar ventilation 4200 ml means that this much, that is 4200 ml of volume or 4200 ml of air is exchanged at the alveoli. Okay, so remember, minute respiratory volume is 6 liters per minute, and alveolar ventilation is 4200 ml per 4200 ml, because the air actually which reaches the alveoli is 350 ml, and since in one breathing cycle there are 12 cycles in 1 minute, so that's why we are multiplying it by 12, so we get the actual alveolar ventilation per minute. So if there's one method to calculate the lung volume, and that is known as spirometry. Spirometry is a method by which we can calculate the changes in the lung volume, and the instrument through which we calculate the changes in the lung volume is known as spirometer. Through spirometer we can calculate the changes in the lung volume. That is, in asthmatic patients, how much asthmatic they are at under what condition their lungs is. If a proper treatment needs to be given, the doctor needs to understand first that your lungs is in which state. It is worse, it is good, bad, or worse. If the doctor needs to understand that, then he needs to he first of all suggests spirometry, in which our lung volume, that is changes in the lung volume, is calculated. Lung volumes is your lung capacity is measured, and based on that the doctor prescribes you the further treatment. So, and this is, let me tell you, this is done especially in asthmatic patient or severe pneumonia patients. This spirometry is done. Now next, if we need to understand all these lung capacities in a graphical form, so this is the normal, this is the volume of air which we normally inhale or exhale, that is tidal volume, which is 500 ml, and this is the inspiratory reserve volume, that is after normal inhalation. If we are inhaling, after normal inhalation, if you are inhaling more amount of air through forceful inhalation, that is your IRV, that is 2000 to 3000 ml, and after normal exhalation, if we forcefully exhale, after normal exhalation, if we are forcefully exhaling air, that gives us an ERV, that is, it's the average is 1100 ml, and this is full VC, vital capacity, that is IRV, TV and ERV together. This much, these three values together gives us the vital capacity, is the sum total of tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume and expiratory reserve volume. This gives us the value of VC, that is vital capacity. Now, even after our vital capacity, there is some, even after all these, even after forceful inhalation, exhalation and all that, apart from vital capacity, our lung has still some more volume left. Apart from vital capacity of our lungs, there is some more space left in our lungs for holding air, and that extra space apart from the vital capacity of our lungs is known as the residual volume, that is 1500 ml. And if we sum total all the lung capacities, that is IRV plus TV plus ERV plus RV, everything if we add up, then we get our TLC, that is total lung capacity. So since in vital capacity we have already added these three values, IRV, TV and ERV, so we can write in short that VC plus RV gives us the total lung capacity. So this is our lung capacities, which we have represented in the graphical form also, as well as we have understand each and every lung capacities individually as well. Now in our next video we will be studying about exchange of gases, how exchange of gases takes place between lungs and alveoli and between the blood vessels and the tissues.